Welcome back to Tower of God, the regulars. In the last video, um, everybody went into this arena island to, for one, once again, rescue hostages, and second of all, to confront the remaining of the 10 bosses and, of course, Kaiser herself. Also, a rather awesome scene where Bum finally comes to terms with the fact that he cannot be perfectly good at every situation. He can't be perfect in saving people. He has a right to be angry at people who kidnap his friends. And that was so nice to see. Let's just continue. Crap. How are we going to find the 10 bosses in this huge place? Oh, phew. Why would you guys complicate something that could be resolved so simply? Hope they just come at me first. Huh? Oh, is someone indeed coming for her? Come out. Oh, one of the twin princesses. I unfortunately neglected to write down who is Lylal and who is Shailal. Whoever you are. Still the Name Hunt Station, part 15. Oh, not her. What? Kaiser is being restrained? What do you mean? Oh, right, and they were also talking about Kaiser herself. You mean that Kaiser is ruling over this place under the orders of someone else and not her own will? Ah, right. I completely forgot about her too. And I didn't write down the name. That's right. This place is currently being ruled by the Lopobia family, one of the 10 great families and the ruler of this floor. I think that was the family that Ren was part of, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. What? Kaiser is from the Lopobia family too. She's not in the direct line, but she was a rising star with even greater skills than them. She was what you might call a genius. And in the year that she turned 14, the Jahad family, which highly valued her outstanding potential, is said to have selected her to be the Princess of Jahad. What? The Princess of Jahad? Kaiser was chosen to be the Princess of Jahad? But why is she like this now? It's a complicated story. Do you know about the Lopobia family? Sort of. The head of I think that's cool narrating that. The head of the Lopobia family is the strongest anima in the tower. It's said that he was able to command every mystical creature, animal, and even human in the tower. Hmm. Interesting. A little bit different than the usual fighting talents. Most of his children are born with talents. The Lopobia family is divided into 20 cadet branches, headed by the 20 animals which he commanded. Each of the branches is born with different special abilities. Kaiser was from the Grey Wolf family, one of the 20 branches. The Grey Wolf family was a branch which didn't really have anything special about it compared to other branches. Oh, that also explains if Ren was from that family, that weird sheep costume. So he was literally from the sheep branch of the family? Hmm. At some point, there were rumors going around that she would be selected as the Princess of Jade. Being the Princess of Jade means power and honor. Because of this, the Grey Wolf clan quickly gained power. Ah, no, that's her narrating that. Damn. I was one of the attendants which the main family prepared for her. I saw her closer than anyone else. The sight of her running around in her family's floating ship was like looking at a small, dignified wolf. I really thought she would suit being Princess of Jihad. She was a dignified, courageous, kind, and courteous woman. However, a week before she went to the Jihad palace, that incident happened. Uh, it was the day when children from the 20 branches gathered to compete. She didn't have to attend since she was going to be the princess. But strangely, she ended up attending that day because the main family summoned her. And that's where she met that boy. Ah, the one thing they're not allowed to do, fall in love. Or, or is it something different? The boy possessed the most obviously extraordinary abilities of any of the children from the 20 branches. She fell in love with him at first sight. Yeah. A girl who was soon supposed to become the Princess of Jade, who was absolutely not allowed to fall in love, had fallen in love. Well, damn. I wonder who that is. Huh. Hmm. No, I just had a thought that might this be Jinsung? No, but Jinsung was from the Ha family, right? Wasn't it mentioned that he was Jinsung Ha? No, no, of course not. I was just thinking of the reaction when he realized that his pupils are arriving here and thought, oh, maybe that's him now. And now that doesn't fit. Eh, even now, I wonder why didn't I stop the two of them at the time? That day, if I had just stopped that boy from approaching her, none of this would have happened. But if I were to see the eyes of that girl again, was trembling with her first love on that day, I might end up making the same mistake again. That's right, it was basically uncontrollable. It's extremely natural for a boy and a girl to meet and like each other. The timing was simply very unfortunate. It was almost time for her to go to the Jihad family, and she began to falter. I don't want to break up with this boy right now. Can I really live the rest of my life without loving anyone? And so, she ultimately made a wrong choice. She ran away with the boy. They couldn't escape from the floating ship. But being young, she wanted to tell everyone, I am not fit to become the Princess of Jade. I just want to live a normal life and fall in love. Mm. However, that was all a trap. A trap. That's right. Waiting for her at the place where she arrived with the boy. Uh, were guards who were from the direct line of the family, and soldiers sent out by the Jihad family. You mean? That's right. They had staged the whole thing just to test her. Oh, oh, that's evil. In order to find out whether she really is suitable for living as the Princess of Jihad. The whole thing was fake. The competition, the boy, the whispers of love that they exchanged, it was all a carefully planned lie. It was simply a test in order to determine whether she suited the role of Princess of Jihad. Ultimately, she was not chosen to be the Princess of Jihad. Hearing of this incident, the head of the family was very mad and ordered her entire family to be imprisoned. Phew. She regretted her decision, but there was no way to turn things back. All that she had left were regret, self reproach, and a cold heart hardened from being betrayed by her first love. The main family imposed a massive penalty fee on her family. In particular, they sentenced her to a very special labor punishment. Ah, for 1,000 years now. Holy hell. Yeah, as people frequently say, people don't know how much a billion is. So you have to, if you earn $10,000 every day from Jesus' time and such, many, like many such examples. So it's something like that. It must be like billions, and gee. literally cannot pay it off, or what are we talking about? Sorry, one moment. And as planned, she was chosen to climb the tower. Of course, she didn't expect that she would have to do it while not being a Princess of Jade. The Princess of Jade. But having become a regular and quickly climbing the tower, she entered the station in order to perform her special labor punishment. At the time, the Name Hunt station was a lawless, neglected area which only had the remnants of the system from the time of the 10 great families. It seems like the families conquered this place long ago and were planning on transforming it into its current form. A pyramid slave system which is impossible to escape, trading the names of regulars. She was the best person to carry out this plan. The family sent her here promising to use part of the money that she earns on the Name Hunt station to repay her family debt. Feeling guilty about the massive penalty fee which had been imposed on the family, she immediately surpassed the regulars here and made them her slaves. And that's how she ended up becoming the Kaiser of this place. Oh, so it is a title, not her actual name. After that, I ended up becoming a regular myself and climbed the tower. And I arrived at the station after hearing the rumors about her. During the time that I hadn't seen her, she had already become the cruel ruler of the station. She didn't show me even a glance of the face hidden behind her mask either. And I decided to serve her again. A vicious cycle of imprisoning the regulars, treating them like slaves, selling their names, holding festivals, and collecting huge profits. Kaiser completed the system in a shockingly cold-hearted manner. For the last 1,000 years, vast sum of money have gone to the family through this place, so I figured that obviously Kaiser's debt must have been repaid by now. But the massive debt imposed on Kaiser and her family has not decreased at all. Oof. Like they are charging her an impossible amount of interest too or something? What? I asked them to check again several times, but the response was always, it has not decreased. The money hasn't gone anywhere else. I checked the money that was sent to the Grey Wolf family. So where could all of that money have disappeared to? Okay, so it's not in about interest, it's embezzled? Oh, all that. There's only one possibility. A family wasted it all. So they are not paying back the debt on purpose because then she would stop being like the slave master at the station. Holy hell. They have no intention of repaying the debt. But if they do, then Kaiser would be released. Yeah, I should really read on. And they wouldn't be able to get all of that money again, right? Isn't it easier to keep charging her interest for the massive amount of money coming in and keep her trapped here? Okay, so both. They embezzle it and they charge her impossible interest. Yeah. After all, she is practically the enemy for falling in love like a fool and disgracing their family, right? But Kaiser hasn't protested at all in spite of knowing about this. Kaiser intends on being punished here forever, until her family forgives her. Which sounds like pretty much never, because she is too useful. Uh, if you know of a way to rescue Kaiser from these oppressive restraints, I will tell you how to get to the gallery. Well, the obvious way would to take her prisoner yourself. Like steal her name, make her Bum's servant, then just take her with you. Bum is really starting to assemble a harem of princesses or potential princesses is starting to get silly. Yeah, well, if that's what's going to happen here. But if you do not know a way to do so, uh, wh- what's that? Then the Shadow Fox will lead you all to hell. So that's her ability? Oh, that's back to Endorsi. Come out, whoever you are. You got me. Uh, you? Lilia Jahad? Thank you for mentioning her name. Then uh, there's a Lilial? I'm not sure how they're pronounced. I call her Lilial because it's closer to Lily or Lilith. Lilial, yeah. Then Shilya? Yeah. Anyway. So then Lilial, Chilial is the red-headed one. Yeah, Jahad? What the hell? What are you doing here? Weren't you on the 45th floor? Is that any way to talk to your so-called sister? This is why they shouldn't choose people to be princesses who lack a basic foundation. Shut up, you bitch. Ish. You call yourself my sister after setting me up like this? Setting you up? You're so mean. Wasn't this a clear deal? You're the idiot for falling for it. Huh. Can't stand the way she talks to me. Uh, well, actually, I was just going to stand by and watch, but the situation just got so interesting. Interesting. Of course! Now that Jovial Grace has appeared. Plus, I can't believe that a Slayer candidate like him knew you, the Princess of Jahad. This is the mother of all exclusive scoops. So Dorsey is getting into even more trouble. I want to hurry up and tell Dad this so badly, it's driving me nuts. But how do you two know each other? Are you friends? Well, this is dangerous. It's way too dangerous to let that crazy bitch know. If you have so much stuff to hide, it only makes me want to force you to tell me. Huh? Flash? Oh, and thank you for wearing modesty shorts. Still, from your perspective, isn't it lucky that Viol is participating in the festival? Uh, if you use him well, end up saving your own life. Yeah, as she attacks. Ah, use him. What are you talking about? You just have to defeat him in the festival. Juvie or Grace, I mean. Clench. Princess of Jahad defeating a Slayer candidate? Uh, you have lost your name, but the Jahad family won't be able to get rid of a princess who accomplished something like that, right? Slam. Ah. Don't be ridiculous. Who do you think you are telling me to fight? I'm going to fight anyway. Well, I figured you would react like this. Actually, I'm opposed to it giving you such a good chance too. What? At your head, princess? Killing a Slayer candidate? Can't just stand by and let you get all the glory for something like that, right? Kaiser may be satisfied with just making you guys fight, but I think that role suits me better. What you mean? That's right. It's me, not you, who is going to fight with Julia Grace and win in this festival. Princess Lilia from the Lopopia family. Oh. So she is also kind of a rival to Kaiser. Ah, I see. Clench. Have you lost your mind? Meanwhile, uh, Shadow Fox? Where the hell did that just come from? Elfine. I completely blanked on her name. Uh, she seems important. I should write her down. Especially if Kaiser is indeed joining Bam's harem. Is that an animal that Alfine summoned? Yes, I am a scout and an anima. I got this nickname because I always stay close to Kaiser, like a shadow. And I have this shadow fox with me. The shadow fox connects itself to enemies' shadows in certain places. Ooh. Once it joins shadows with an opponent, it becomes immune to their attacks. And it can devour the Shinzo in the body of whoever's shadow it has connected to. Of course, the people who have their Shinzo sucked out of them die soon after. What? Uh, I know that any of you won't be able to save Kaiser here anyway, so I had better end our conversation with this. I really wanted to send you all to the festival after stealing your names, but since you made it this far, I have no other choice. Die. Well, that's a problem. Still the Name Hunt Station, part 16. Meanwhile, Lilal is still kicking the shit out of Indorsi. Well, how dare you talk like that to your older sister? You really are rude. Are you worried that I'm going to beat you, Your Grace? Uh, right? And what is it? Tell me, what's the relationship with Your Grace? Aren't you two just friends? Oh. She's both emotionally needling at her and also kicking at her a lot. Shut up, why are you asking so many questions? Wham! Oof. What, and was he got her? Or was that a dosh? If you're not friends, then what are you? Whoa. Flash? Huh? Oh, she teleported away with Bongo. Stay face off again. How long are you going to keep up this useless fight? It looks like you want something from me, but you'll never get it from me this way anyway. I can always just escape from here by using Bong Bong. Haha, of course, I don't really have any intention of catching you and doing anything with you either. I'm just fighting you for my own pleasure. What? We actually made a different plan. So her sister is now springing into action? We? Yes, my twin sister Shilyal Jahad is here too. She's here to steal your companion's names. Against Hearts and Laura. What the hell is she doing now? She's going to turn your companions into slaves and make them tell us the truth about your relationship with Juvie or Grace. I do wonder how the others would describe their relationship. Like, a really rocky friendship? Turned maybe love interest? I'm not sure how I would describe it either. Like, Bum doesn't seem to be interested in romance, like, at all. He's easily flustered, but he doesn't repico- uh, like, reciprocate. He doesn't answer in a positive way to any such advances. I just completely failed in English, sorry. And yeah, now she kicks the giant energy ball at her. Or does she? Well, it looks like Endorsi dodged it. And then I will join the festival and defeat Your Grace myself. The Jihad princess who had an inappropriate relationship with a Slayer candidate, and the one who revealed that secret and dealt the appropriate punishment was the twin princesses from the Lopobia family. This is such a perfect plan, right? You really are crazy. Thank you. Man, it's hard from going from her voice to any other voice. Voice acting is hard. Hmm. I wonder how that will go. Who are you? You don't seem like one of the 10 bosses. Hi there, friend of Indorsi. This is probably your first time meeting. I am Shilya Jihad from the Lopobia family. I am Indorsi's older sister. Wait, I thought earlier they mentioned that Indorsi is older. What? Shilya Jihad? She's one of the Jihad princes that put us here. Then does it mean the other one is with Indorsi right now? You must look like you must be a swordman. Uh, Actually, I learned sword fighting a bit as a hobby when I was little, although I stopped soon after since I had no talent for it. If you don't mind, could we fight for a minute? Respectfully, of course. With your lives on the line? Our. Nice. Looks like a pretty nice weapon, at least, like some sort of foil from the look of it, or a needle. Well, what you're saying doesn't make much sense. All princesses this weird. They seem eccentric at least, all in their own way. Is that so? We are definitely a bit different from others. Sometimes it seems like there are people who think that I'm scary. Oh, and her needle is crackling. I'm sure there are, but no one has ever told me something like that has arrived. Oh, but no one who has ever told me something like that has survived. So, you had better watch out too. Oh, can it expand? No, that was not the foil. That's the Shadow Fox attacking. Alfine, you're not going to kill me too, are you? You're both members of the 10 bosses. You're not one of us anymore now. Now, yeah, that you've been defeated. Plus, I can't let you live now that you know Geyser's secret. What? But you just told us everything. Please, Alfine, I always had a thing for you as a woman. I just couldn't tell you because of Geyser. Then I should definitely kill you. You should have never told me that. Thanks for making me feel worse. Wow. Yeah, you always tell yourself the worst she can say is no. But yeah. Ah, man, stop this nonsense. Do you think we'll just die at your command? You'll just dump him right away. I overlooked that. Oof. Yeah, that was harsh. Yeah, bum firing. Spunks. Does it do anything? Uh, huh? The wound healed itself? Oh! Whoa! Oh no, poor toxic man. Please, Mr. Toxic Man? No, Bob, we can't help him right now. Plus, there's no need to help. Oof. Evil. It's like Alphine wasn't lying. Our attacks really don't work against that fox. Ah! Oh, he's dissolving. Yes, from being from a Shinzo being sucked out. Ah! Ah! His body is disappearing. Wow. That fox really did devour the Shinzo in his body. Our attacks didn't even work either. But it must have some kind of weakness. Gyanima. She's gone. Yeah, meanwhile, she just went away, or where did she hide? Observer? Was that a phantom before? Crap. That chick was an incredibly talented scout. I didn't even notice. Oh, she wasn't here in the first place. Let's get out of here. Yeah, but the Shadow Fox is, of course, still attacking. What should we do? Attacking is futile, even its owner, which I thought would be the greatest weakness, is gone. Plus, it's impossible to escape from this enclosed space. But I would need a tank to take control of that thing. Tank, place where animals or divine sea fish commanded by animals are kept. It's made of a special type of Shinzo. So a special pocket of some sort. Where the heck could his tank be? We can just break through the wall. It's impossible. A room made by the workshop would never get smashed through by any regulars. What now, Kun? Bam. Would you be able to gather all of the Shinzo in this room using a thorn? Or the thorn? What? Thorns can absorb the Shinzo from your surroundings, right? Couldn't we use that to move the Shinzo in this room to another place? So that a fox can't absorb it? Oh, and maybe then can't heal. It may be possible, but why? It's just a hypothesis. The animals and creatures commanded by animals need a tank, but that thing's tank isn't here, which is impossible. So it needs a Shinzo connection to stay here? Oh, or it's the room itself? So could this room itself be the tank containing it? If this room is its limit, I could sort of understand why it's so freakishly strong. That must be why Alphine always lures intruders into this room to take care of them. But if this room, acting as a tank, loses its Shinzo, it won't be able to serve as a tank and the fox won't be able to continue living. Huh. That makes no sense. Absorbing Shinzo isn't even possible to begin with. Even if we could absorb it, we wouldn't all die. We would all die without Shinzo. I think I have an idea to take care of that. What? We'll use the lighthouse to create another tank. To flee itself? To flee inside or to trap the fox inside? These pipes make it seem that his theory is correct. Oh, no, she is outside and walking. Once again, the festival will begin. As if nothing happened here. But the festival is now missing its main participant. It's better this way. If you can't free her, we should just keep things as they are. For Kaiser and her family to be able to continue. And for everything to run its course as if nothing happened. This is what I live for. This is my way of making atonement to Kaiser. Oh, and suddenly they are out again. So the plan worked and they just did it off screen. Or off panel. Hey, who looks... one moment. So much talking in this video. Hey, not his voice. Hey, you look something like you got. You look like you've got a lot on your mind. Uh, you? How did you get here? What do you mean, how? We ran here. It's a good thing you didn't get as far as we thought. Yeah, she didn't think she needs to escape. Th then what about the Shadow Fox? Ah, that fox? It's doing fine in here. Yeah, they imprisoned it in there. Uh, what happened? Why is my Shadow Fox trapped in your lighthouse? What the hell did you do? The decisive moment was when we realized that the room itself was your tank. Uh, but the room itself was too strong for us to break, so we thought, let's move the tank to a lighthouse. You, you moved the tank. That's right. Use the special skill to move almost all of the Shinzo into the lighthouse. Block it until I gather all of the Shinzo. Ugh. I figured that if all of the Shinzo in the room moved to a lighthouse, the fox would have to follow the Shinzo into the lighthouse. It must be a basic instinct of animals. You hope the fox would follow its instinct when you're gone at the moment. In the end, it's a good thing that the fox moved according to plan. It could have endangered our own lives if we had gathered any more of the room's Shinzo. So the moment that the fox slept, we moved to another lighthouse with Shinzo stored in it. Hmm. Basically, we were using two lighthouses the whole time. As soon as the fox went in, we escaped after locking that one. It was very dangerous. We could have died if your timing was just a moment too late. But how did you open the door? It was locked from inside. Yeah, we knew that much. There's a few named from the no-named zone near this room. We contacted them and they got us out, and we refilled the Shinzo. Perfectly planned. One of them told us your location, few of them spotted you running away and contacted us. A lot more than you imagined are holding grudges against you here. Well, we'll have to keep thinking of a way to save Kaiser, but it looks like we've managed to break free very impressively from your shackles. Hmm. And that should now give her hope that they can do the same with Kaiser. So, could you tell us now how to get to Kaiser? Well, we're just checking the time, but at least one more chapter. You want me to just tell you how to get to the gallery? Do you think I'm going to tell you that easily, just because you escaped from my trap? Heh. I'd rather kill you myself. Not, I thought she was saying kill you myself. I would rather kill myself. Stop, Clang. Oh, she really was just trying to kill herself. I didn't even notice. But Bum stopped her just in time. I can't move. Is this reverse flow control? I didn't expect you would tell us right away anyway. But we don't have to. Yeah, but we don't have time to gather the names of all 10 bosses. So we have to force you to tell us how to get there. I feel sorry about Kaiser's situation, but no matter what she's going through, I don't think it justifies what you've all done in this place. Yeah, that was a lot of evil and cruelty here. If I have to choose between saving Kaiser and destroying this place, I would choose to destroy this place without any hesitation. Oh, he's not wrong. And it's nice to see that his sense of morality is maturing in some way, so that he is able to make harsh decisions if necessary. I hope. I really hope that he doesn't go overboard, especially with his fake power constantly needling him and pushing him towards tyranny. Yeah, but yeah, I understand that very well. Uh, the regular Jovial Grace has... Oh, the regular Jovial Grace has made contact with the body of the regular Elfine. And whether it's right or wrong, you people harmed my friends. Name stealing will now begin. 10. 9. Going to do what I have to do here. But if the result is a tragedy for you people. 8. That's the fault of no one but yourselves. Finally. Yeah, the guilt he was carrying around with him not perfectly rescuing everybody, with him not perfectly being good all the time. He really has had to lose a bit of that. Even even if being relentlessly nice is part of Bum's character, it was kind of a weakness. But on the other hand, I don't know. I'm thinking he is losing something important. Will he still be the same after all this? Mm. 7. Still the name Hunt Station, part 17. Mm. Mother, Mother, what's going on? Why are doing this? Why are they doing this to you because of me? Why, why did you do this? Uh, why did you behave so carelessly? The family's honor was right in front of you. Why couldn't you resist that one silly little fling and do something so stupid? I didn't raise you. Didn't I raise you? I have, I have always waited for the moment when when you would become a princess, and then you ruined the opportunity like this. Uh, how could you betray me like this? Ah, how could you do something so foolish? I'm sorry, mother. Squeeze. It's all my fault, mother. So, until I die, I will repay you for the sin. Why am I suddenly thinking of before? And if you're wondering about this voice, I decided to just voice Kaiser like my normal speaking voice before I realized that she was a woman. She is a very deep voiced woman. Then they exist too. Alfine. Sorry, Kaiser lost my name to the enemy. They're heading to something in the escalator. Sorry. Yeah, the others running towards the said elevator. What a relief that Alfine told us how to get to the gallery. Well, she didn't want to, but she had no choice since it's the rule here for servants to obey their master. Yeah, but she seemed a bit hesitant. A few minutes earlier. All done. Oh, no, that was her. I've entered the path into the lighthouse, so just follow it. If you follow this path, you will reach an escalator. It goes to the gallery. Thank you. You really got me. I never thought you would order me not to die as soon as you became my master. Unbelievable. That's because you couldn't tell us the way if you take your own life, Elfie. Plus, I don't like seeing people die in front of me. I'm not sure whether you're nice or scary. Yes. Just because you know how to get there doesn't mean that everything's resolved. So go ahead and give it a shot. If you manage to get past these nearly impossible obstacles and win, Kaiser and I may consider this our destiny, and we might be able to accept the end of this place. Although that will be impossible, of course. What did she mean by impossible? We're almost at the gallery. I'm not sure. Maybe she was talking about fighting Kaiser, since Kaiser seems to be hiding some kind of special ability. Or maybe there are some traps along this path. You really can't figure these people out. If it were me, it would have never been I would have never been a slave like that. How could she just take orders like that for 1,000 years? Yeah, we have to remember that he was also cast out by his family. One moment. Yeah. Lots of talking this episode. This way. She must have thought that was the only way that she could gain the recognition of her family. Does the family's recognition put food on the table? But this problem involves the lives of her family. I don't think Kaiser enjoys doing this. Who cares about gaining recognition? I think that's him. She's just being used anyway. It's because of that kind of mindset that she's stuck in a place like this. Anyway, let's forget about saving her for now. For now, the important thing is to safely get Kaiser's name and keep Endorser safe at the same time. No, I guess that was cool. Anyway. Right. Uh. Hey, guys. Good work making it this far. How did he get here? Isu? Isu? How did you get here, Isu? How did you know the way here? Isn't obvious? I told you not to look down on our team. I best scout around. I was going to tell you guys how to get here if BAM cooperated with us. It's too bad that you had to go through so much trouble just to get here. Oh, wait, what's that in your hand? Ah, this? It's one of those Pokeballs that are so popular nowadays. Of course, censored. Stop jogging out, that's a Shinzo bomb. Why are you holding a bomb? Obviously, because I want to become a Pokemon Go master. Okay, then done. Shut up, just cut it out with the Pokemon Go already. It's just a joke, you guys know that it would make things difficult for us. We'll let you pass now. What? Wait, so what are you planning on doing? Right now, Darcy and Hearthstone know that I'm here. They really are good people. Regardless of what they say, they're fighting hard for greater good, even when their own lives are in danger. But you guys are trying to steal Kaiser's name even while knowing that Endorsi is in danger. I get it, of course, but I'm a bit disappointed. As the leader of our team, I have to consider the safety of my own team before you guys. So far, Laura did absolutely nothing to help with this fight, but no, they just started. Which means that I can't let you all reach Kaiser. I'm not sure what to do either. Can't believe you're fighting over something like this. Swoosh? Is he throwing it? Oh, he's just tossing it around. Or did he? Oh, he's just tossing it around. There it is. What choice am I supposed to make in a situation like this? Any ideas? Bam! Stop the Shinzo bomb! What? But... Shinzo bombs can't be stopped by reverse flow control. What? Honestly, I believe in you guys. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll find a way. Damn it, I'm going to kill you, Shibisu. No! Did he blow up the escalator? Oh, he tossed it behind him. No! Crap. Damn, Yoriso. Alright now, tell me what you're going to do, Kun. What the hell are you doing? You mean why, huh? Still clashing a lot? Very impressive. I can't believe you're blocking my attacks. You're not even from the 10 great families. Although you're not using very dignified skills. Dignified skills, don't be ridiculous. What you're feeling is your bias about the family you're born in. At least Darcy doesn't have any prejudices like you. Well, kinda. Yeah, she didn't openly mock people for a lack of 10 grade family heritage. Given how she obtained her position, it kind of makes sense. Of course, that's because she brushed it off that easily. She has never been a noble like us. Yeah. Huh? And she said she just trained a little bit as a hobby and has no talent for sword fighting. Yeah, I think that was a lie. Or maybe her other talents are really that much greater. Well, we'll see. Ah, uh, ooh, even damaged the sword. Has the sword reached its limit? I'm just saying this in case there's a misunderstanding. But I don't really despise Endorsi. Although it seems like Lilia really hates her guts. I wouldn't refuse to acknowledge her like if she acted like a princess. But she is never like that. She's climbing the Tower of the Jahad, the shame of the Jahad family. Plus she carelessly fell for a little provocation and ended up losing her name. Yeah, she is kinda a little bit too arrogant, even for a princess. And if that's not enough, she is even friends with a Slayer candidate. Yeah, that's also part of her arrogance. Like, she always knows what's best and she never has any doubts in what she's doing. Which kinda screwed her over a few times, as we are seeing now. Makes me wonder whether she even has a right to be a Jihad princess. If you guys really want to be considerate of her, shouldn't you be helping us sever her ties with people like Anak Jihad or Vihol? Uh, isn't Darcy destined to fight them anyway? Is that so? Destined to fight? That may be true. Huh. Oh, that wasn't even his real sword that he used by now? Wait. Where was he? No, that that wasn't his fancy sword. Oh, damn. But regardless of her destiny, we are friends. May fight and argue when we don't agree with each other, but it's not like we could fight just because someone tells us to. That certainly looks very different. It may be true that Indorsi is destined to fight Juvio Grace. A different sort? But if someone tells me that I'm destined to fight my friend, I would rather fight destiny itself. But on the other hand, he was fighting Kuhn when it came to it. Oh, oh, him drawing that sword is different. Did he put down Laurel or what's happening here? Sorry, Kaiser, I lost my name to the enemy. They're heading for escalator, so don't worry. Is that so, Elfine? The escalator that Elfine told Viola about is surely headed for this gallery. She probably ended up becoming World's servant and had to obey his orders. Oh, did Shibisu accidentally do something good for them? However, she wouldn't have told him about the fact that there's a bomb installed halfway along that escalator, which will kill anyone who gets on it. Shibisu accidentally rescued them. Or maybe he knew and it was on purpose. It's only one way to get to this gallery. Riding the floating island not far from there. Out of all the floating islands on the station, that's the only one that allows you to input the route leading to this gallery. Ultimately, they will end up dying on the escalator without even knowing what hit them. Athene, you could have simply sent them to me. Why would you bother doing this? I endorse and her companions, the only ones left now. If I force her out of her position as a princess, will the family leader give me a second chance? Mm. Yeah, 0 chance. You're just too useful. Will you let my family live again? How much longer do I have to be here? Until you die. Rumble? Is that bum with the Violvik? What? Suddenly appearing behind her? What's happening? Oh, and yeah, there he is. He just crashed to the wall. That's with all the pieces flying around. Is that... And yeah, he is wearing the Violvik again. I've come for Jovial Grace. Your name. How? How did he get here alive? Uh... He knew. He knew. Oh. Nice job. Don't mess this up, Bam. Cool. That at least was a nice entrance. Let's see how long the video is. Almost an hour. So a good place to start. To stop here. Phew, that was exhausting. So yeah, nice to hear all the details. Now there's only one thing left to do. To steal Kaiser's name. And I guess that's what we'll be seeing in the next video. Until then.